You know, when you get ready to play Indiana, it puts a lot of stress on our staff because when you look at their shooting percentages and you understand how well they shoot the ball, you can understand that you're going to give up some drives once in a while, but you can't let them shoot the ball like they've been shooting it. And they've played great against great teams, obviously Kansas and North Carolina, but our defense was great tonight. We had 40 deflections in the game, and Anis Mahmoud had 10 by himself. So we really are proud of this victory, but most important, you have no idea the stress Indiana can put on a team with the way they paint drive, pass, and do the things they're capable of doing. But our guys really were great at the defensive end tonight. They were not only highly intelligent, but they did a lot of great things as well on offense. They passed the ball extremely well.
Rick, after the Virginia game, Donovan said that you noticed that they weren't hustling as much as you would have liked. And maybe
It's not hustling. I think both in Old Dominion and Virginia, when they get in a very slow, deliberate style, they're not as energized. And I said, look, you could play one of those teams in the tournament. Because we practice a certain way, up and down, very intense, pressing and running. Now, that's no reason that to make an excuse about Virginia. Virginia was the better team that night. They played better. Our goal in the Virginia game was to play as well at the defensive end as they did, because you never know what's going to happen on offense. But tonight we were, just like the Kentucky game, we were great on defense. We did a lot of terrific things on offense. And just got a big lift from Donovan Dang, and especially Anis.
Rick, inserting Anis into the starting lineup here in the middle,
Yeah.
what did you hope to get out of that, and how much did that kind of pay off for you?
Yeah, I would say 10 deflections. And, look, I like to change things when you lose, get people out of their comfort zone. And I had a talk with Donovan Mitchell, and I said, look, son, I never thought I would take you out of the starting lineup. Starting doesn't mean anything, but I just told him, I said, I need a star who wants to play like a star. And that means he's not counting his misses. He's someone that'll shoot every open shot, create, and not worry about what the outside world thinks of his game. I said, so you need to have a talk with somebody besides me. And I told him the person he should talk to. And you should just understand, I think you're a star, except you don't think you're a star. So I'm gonna bring you off the bench. You're still gonna play a lot, but I need guys that want to be stars and take shots, and they don't count the misses. And I told Dang, I said, you're next. You're the next one going to the bench if you don't start taking shots. Because we're wide open, we don't shoot the ball, and they both got rewarded tonight. They both got rewarded in a big way.
Who did Donovan talk to?
No, it's a personal thing between the two of us. If he does talk to that guy, we're very lucky.
Rick, you mentioned you wanted to kind of take away their threes, take away their ability to shoot, but you also made it really difficult for Thomas Bryant inside. Was that a key for your bigs? Because they were all
Well, Anis, Ray, and Jalen are very long, and some teams will come off the perimeter people, and we didn't. We gambled that our length could bother him. And most of the time, we gave up some layups at the end of the game, but when you're playing guys a lot of minutes and they're denying and taking it away, you don't give up some layups. And we didn't come off to block the shot for the dump down. And we made free throws. We passed the ball beautifully in the first half offensively. Just beautiful, executed great.
Rick, back to Donovan, we're here too. He got to the line 6 times. I think he had 4 layups. Is that what you're talking about in playing like a star? Do you want to see him drive the ball more like that?
I want to see him just play with no fear of missing. And if he's 0 for 7, I want him to go 0 for 10. I just want no, I tell these guys a story about my coach in college. I played for a brilliant guy, rest his soul today. He was just great, taught me so much about defense. But my responsibility as a point guard was to throw it to the wing, go to the corner, and watch the other guys shoot. And my job was to never turn it over, try to get 5 to 7 assists. And if I shoot it, it better go in or I'm coming out of the game. So I developed an offensive style where you have the green light, total green light, because your frustration sometimes as a player. And back then we had a couple unknown guys like Julius Erving and now Skinner, so I knew it was probably a good coaching move not going to me, but that being said, I wanted to be the opposite as a coach. And our guys were just, holding, they would, had an uncontested three, they would pass it up like Donovan did one time, ball fake, go in the lane, take a challenge shot. And there's only one way to become a good shooting team, is to get your fruits of all the labor you put in, and tonight we did. We shot almost 53%, held them to 32%, didn't turn the ball over, got 40 deflections. I mean, you can't play any better than this, and we played a great game against Kentucky as well.
Coach, if you could just talk about the help and recover on the defensive end. It seemed like the communication was about as good as it's been all year. And to hold Indiana to 19% on 3-point shots, just kind of talk about that.
Well, it wasn't help and recover. It was more stay at home. They'll do two things. They'll cut back door, they'll cut when they throw it inside. And we said, we've got post players who have length. Let them guard it. You stay on the shooter. Now, you can be off on the weak side, but you're going to get to it. And then we switched out the entire game and allowed our 7-footers to defend their guards. And we didn't get hurt about once or twice in the game.
Was Jalen, that's kind of what you want to get from him?
I thought the whole team played great. I thought Donovan was, when I went to the box and won, and I didn't want to call a timeout there. I said, why are we going to, I said, I wanted him to be a star, but now we got to ignore the star and we got to stop moving because the box and one is very easy to play against. I said, let's get the other guys moving in the game. Let them try to play 4-and-4 with us and run your offense that way. And but I think it's a good compliment. It'll get his confidence going to play a box and one.